Well, hi there. So in this video, we're going to do some practice with utility where we'll analyze and assess how much of something we should be consuming. Let's get started. Okay, so the table shows the marginal benefit Ahmed gets from consuming two goods. And so an important detail here is that this is the benefit for each individual book. It's not the total in this case, so we have to be careful of that. He has a weekly income of 18, which is going to come in handy later. Calculate his surplus, consumer surplus, if he buys 3 books. And so we're going to say he gets 28 from the first, and he gets 16 from the second, and he gets 4 from the third, and then we're going to subtract what he paid for those 3 books. And the books it tells us are $4, so 3 times 4 is 12, but we're going to sum this to be 48 minus 12 is 36. And usually students forget to either subtract here or they do something wonky with all the adding or something, but it's not too bad of a problem. B, is he able to buy 3 books and 2 coffees? And so this 3 books and 2 coffees, we're going to be able to say this. 2 coffees would be $2. 3 books is 12. That's 14. His income is 18. So yes, because his income of 18 is bigger than, and we're going to say 3 times 4 plus, what is that? 2 times 1. And so that's 12 plus 2 is 14. And so again, 18 is bigger than that 14, and so yes, he can afford that. Identify the quantity of books and the quantity of coffee that will maximize his total benefit given his income. So we know what he's going to do is he's going to find the MU over P is equal to the MU over P using his whole budget. So we're going to do that over here off to the side. MB divided by 4 is the same as MB or MU over P. So MU and MP or MB, benefit and utility, are the same thing here. 28 over 4 is 7, 16 over 4 is 4, 1, 0.5, I'm going to stop there. 32 over 1 is 32, so these are also marginal utility over the price. 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. And then I'm just going to test, given his income of 18, I'm going to test a possibility. Let's see if this 1 and 1 actually works. 6 coffees would be $6, and 3 books would be, what did we say, 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. Boom, that is it. Wow, it's always good when you get it the first one. So we're going to say quantity of coffee, he wants 6, and he wants quantity of books, he wants 3, and our explain with marginal analysis. How are we going to do that? We're going to say the MU over P of 1 is equal to the MU over P of 1, and we used all his income. And so that is enough to kind of say to our grader, we know how to find this particular quantity. Assume there's an increase in the number of buyers in the market for books. Well, we know that that's going to be the demand, right? And we also have some other assumptions we can make from that. What is total consumer surplus from books if he buys 5 books? Increase, decrease, stay the same, compared to my answer in part A. And so let's think about 5 books. Well, the increase in the number of buyers is going to increase the price, and so his consumer surplus is going to decrease. So we're going to say decrease because the price increased because demand increased when number of buyers increased. And so I can say it's going to be less because the price is simply higher at that point. Will the quantity of books that maximizes utility increase or decrease? And it is going to decrease. And our explanation here is because the increase priced makes his MU over P of books go down. And what we're saying here is that the value per kind of these values of books would fall as the price gets higher. So in other words, think if this price were higher, if it were 8 instead of 4, 28 over 8 is 3.5. 16 over 8 is 2. 4 over 8 is 0.5. And so by doubling the price of the books, we make each one of them marginal utility per dollar go down. And that's going to cause him to actually withdraw and pull back on the quantity of books that he's actually consuming. Sophie is a utility maximizing consumer who spends all of her income on bananas and peanuts. Cool. Weird, but cool. Assume the last unit of peanuts consumed increases Sophie's total utility from 40 to 48. Last unit of bananas goes from 52 to 56. The price of the nuts is $1. What's the price of the bananas? So it does tell us she's utility maximizing. So I know she is doing this already. She's doing MU over P equals MU over P. And so we're looking for, so I'm going to put the nuts here and the bananas here. We're looking for the price of bananas. The price of the peanuts was $1. And we know that these two are going to be equal to each other. So then peanuts, she went from 40 to 48. So my utils for the nuts was 8. Utils for the bananas went from 52 to 56, so that's 4. And so therefore the price of the bananas, let's see, 8 over 1 is equal to 4 over x. So the price of the bananas is 50 cents. If the price of the peanuts increased and the price of the bananas you calculated stayed the same, how will her purchase of peanuts change? Well, that's the same actually as this question up here about the quantity of books changing relative to the price change. And we would say if the price of, the peanuts increased, we'd say therefore the quantity of nuts purchased would decrease. Now, there are two ways that we could do this. We can think through this like the really hard way, which is to say he's going to decrease like how much he buys because the higher price makes his MU over price of the books go down. This is the same concept as down here, but I just want to point out, like, if the price goes up, therefore the quantity demanded goes down. It's the law of demand. It's kind of another idea here is that people are going to basically recalculate their consumption levels. All right, so hopefully this helps you understand utility a little bit better. I'll see you next time.